What's up, you guys? It's Evelyn. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a hair tutorial today. I'm not sure how well I explained this video, but I really hope you guys kind of just get the visual and try it out for yourself. I've always been the type to have my hair down and curled for the most part, but as I got older, I want to look a little more mature. Of course, your updo is going to give classy, it's going to give put together, and it took no longer than like 8 minutes maybe. Of course, I always say when I'm filming a video, it's going to take a lot longer because I'm kind of talking through the video. But if I'm just doing this while I'm getting ready, it doesn't take me very long. And I'm pretty used to doing this hairstyle already. So it's kind of just muscle memory, and I'm kind of just pinning it up and trying to run out the door. So this is a super simple hairstyle, and I'm going to show you guys what you guys need and the steps on how I achieve this cute little updo. So without further ado, let's jump right into the tutorial. Alright, you guys, I'm going to tell you guys what you guys need for the hairstyle. It is super simple. This shouldn't take you no more than like 10-15 minutes. But if you kind of do these steps in order, it'll help you get this hairstyle a lot easier and a lot faster. So I'm going to explain to you guys what I do first and what you need. First things first, you can have either clean hair or somewhat dirty hair. Obviously, we all kind of know dirty hair holds a little bit better with any hairstyle. But if your hair is super greasy, it may have this hairstyle look a little bit different. Obviously, it's gonna look dirty, but if you do like hairspray, hair gel, all that stuff, you can somewhat hide it. But yeah, it kind of just depends what kind of day hair you have, if that makes sense. For me, my hair is dirty at the moment. It should be hair wash day today or tomorrow. But I feel like it's easier when I have this kind of hair where my hair is just the slightest bit oily, but it's not enough to where it's like you should have washed your hair 2 days ago, you know? So the very first thing I do to start this hairstyle is curl my hair. This is the Foxy Bay, I believe this is 1 inch or 1.5 inch. This is a wand. It depends what kind of curls I want to do. Sometimes I use a curling iron with the clamp, and if I want my curls to stay like really well, I'll use a curling wand. And I feel that wands make your hair stay curlier longer, so usually I curl my hair the night before just so it saves me time, and then I do the hairstyle the day of, obviously. So I recommend a wand if your hair does not hold curl, and if it really just doesn't stay with the wand, you can always curl your hair and pin it up, and that should make your curls stay a little bit longer. So very first step is to curl your hair. Alright, I'm going to show you guys what I use for this hairstyle. So obviously a curling iron, because if you do it on straight hair, the little pieces that are going to hang out are going to look literally straight. So I recommend you curl your hair, that way you have pieces that are hanging out and they're kind of curly, and it makes it look messy, but it makes it still look cute and put together. So I definitely recommend curling. Now for the supplies that you'll need. It's not very many, it's very simple. Most people already have this lying around in their bathroom bins. So the first thing I have with me is hairspray. This is not my favorite hairspray. I've just been using it up. I've had this for a long time, so I'm really just waiting till it runs out to get a better brand one. But this is, I think, from Dollar Tree. It gets the job done, but it could be better. But yeah, I just have some hairspray to hold my flyaways in place. You will need some sort of brush. This is the one I'm using. I believe this came in a pack. This little brush right here came in a pack with this little brush, and I use this little brush as well. I use this to just part my face framing pieces, and then I use this to just comb the little baby hairs. That way it's not like a whole big brush in my face. This just helps me get to specific spots. So this is not needed, but I just like to use this. It makes my life a lot easier. Next, you'll need a lot of bobby pins. I usually end up grabbing like 5 or 6, and I end up using like 10 to 15. So just grab a good pack of bobby pins. Mine are a little bit mixed up right now, but I mean, for the most part, you won't really see them. But if you have, you know, blonde hair, try not to use black bobby pins. Try and match it to your hair as possible, but if it doesn't match, just try and hide them really well and it'll work. So lastly, you're gonna need a hair tie. I only need 1 hair tie for my hair. If your hair requires more hair ties, go ahead and do that, but you're not going to end up seeing this hair tie either, so it doesn't really matter what color it is. Get whatever hair tie you need, and that's all. Alright, so we're going to start off with the hairstyle. There's 2 ways that I like to do this hairstyle. So I typically part my hair down the middle. So sometimes, depending on what I'm feeling for the day, it doesn't really matter. I like to take this little thing right here, and I like to just kind of make like a little C almost, and just part out my face framing pieces. As I mentioned, I like to do this different ways. I'm going to recreate this hairstyle that I did, but you can change this part to whatever you like. If you like more of a side part, you could do that. If you like 2 pieces on either side, you can just part those out. You just clip these away, and that way you'll deal with these at the very end. Or if you just want one side, you can just do this. But what I'm going to do is I like for my side piece to be on my right side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right above, basically kind of like my eyebrow. I'm going to pretend there's like an invisible line right here. I'm going to go up, then I'm going to curve it down. That way I have a piece that will be curled that'll frame my face. So I kind of like where that is. So I'm just going to comb it and then just gather all the hair that I need. So this is what will be curled and what will frame your face at the end. So I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to just take a little butterfly clip and clip it out the way. That way the rest of this hair does not get mixed up with this little piece right here. This is where the hairstyle starts to come together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hairspray, and I'm just going to spray my hair as if I'm going to put it in a ponytail. Alright, so this is when you start gathering all your hair, and you comb it back as if you were going to put your hair in a high ponytail. So this is where your base basically starts looking like. And if you want a messy look, you don't have to comb it super well. But since my hair is a little bit dirty, I kind of have no other choice than to do somewhat of a slick back. So you're basically just going to gather a ponytail and try and get it as clean as possible if that's the look that you're going for, or however you like it messy. But for me, I'm gonna do a high slick back ponytail, and I feel like the higher you have the ponytail, the better it'll look. So I'm just gonna take a second and make sure I get all the bumps out, and then I'll be right back. Once your ponytail is situated, you should literally look like this. And of course you can fix these little pieces right here, Sometimes your hair just naturally splits on its own, so you can fix that, or you can fix that at the end. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. But you are going to take another hair tie. I mentioned one hair tie, but I forgot. You're gonna need two, because if you use one, your hair is gonna be somewhat loose and it's not, the ponytail is not gonna hold in place. So you're gonna need a second hair tie, and this is where the bun happens. So I'm gonna turn a little bit to the side so you guys can see. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your hair tie on one hand, and you're gonna put it around. That way you have a loop. And then you're gonna loop it a second time, and you're gonna leave it, you're gonna leave a little bun like this. And I recommend you have more hair towards the bottom, because these are the pieces that are going to either hang where they're at, or you're gonna end up clipping them. So once you have this little bun right here, I recommend you secure it. That way your bun looks like this. It looks a little funky right now, but we're still gonna fix it. So this is what it should look like. And this is where you can literally just go crazy. After this part, there's no specific way on how it should look. It just depends on how you like it and how you view it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm literally just going to smash the bun, and I'm just going to start pinning it in order to start forming it. So you're gonna need a whole lot of bobby pins for this. And you're just going to go to town with these bobby pins, and you're just going to pin wherever you feel it needs pinning. And if it makes it easier, if you're doing this in a mirror, take a mirror and start looking at your bun from the back, because obviously when you look in the mirror, you're only going to see this part, and you need to see what the back is looking like too, because you can't see the back, but others can see the back. So I like to take a mirror, look at another mirror, and basically see like what needs pinning. So I feel like I need a bobby pin back here, so I'm going to pin that. And the more you do this hairstyle, the more you kind of just get comfortable kind of just like moving your hands around. Obviously it's easier to do something on someone else, but when it comes to hairstyles like this, I feel like it's always good to know how to do these, because you never know when you're going to need to do a hairstyle like this. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how this looks right now. So what you're going to do is, now that your actual base of the bun is secure, this is going to look different each time you do this hairstyle. I feel like it never comes out looking the same. But what you're going to do is you're going to check it to see if you like it. If you feel like you need more bobby pins, you can always add more bobby pins towards the end. You don't have to like pin them all in the moment, and that's what's going to look like. This hairstyle, what's nice about it is that you can tweak it, fix it, redo it, and it doesn't take much effort. But now you're probably wondering, what am I going to do with all this? What you can do is you can really just do whatever you want with it. What I like to do is I like to take little pieces like this and kind of pin them upwards. That way they hang a little bit shorter. So you're just going to take more bobby pins and then just pin them. That way they're kind of hanging on the sides right here. And I guess what you do to one side, you do to the other. So this is really just messing with your hair. Like literally it's so easy to do hairstyles like this, and you just really have to try it. Just try it one day, like when it's your hair wash day. Just try doing a hairstyle, and you'll kind of see after that, like, oh wait, it's, you know, a lot easier than I expected. So now that I've pinned a few, I can kind of see what that's looking like. Alright you guys, so I feel that my bun looks okay. It of course depends on how you view it. If you think it looks good, leave it. You can ask for someone's opinion at home. I usually have my mom or my sister check it to make sure that it looks fine, you know, just because it's a little hard to like view the back of the head. But again, I recommend you try with a mirror, and literally every time you pin something up, just look at it, fix something, look at it again until you're satisfied. But this is what my bun ended up looking like. Again, it's going to look different each time, but I think that's what I like about this hairstyle. That's basically all for the hairstyle. Now I'm just going to fix my little baby hairs. So what I'm going to do is just I'm going to spray, and I'm just going to comb my hair basically back to where they should be laying naturally, but they don't. That way it looks a little bit cleaner. The very last and easiest step probably of this whole hairstyle is this little front section. So I'm probably going to gel these down, or hairspray these. Hairstyle just takes a lot of back and forth, but once you get it down and once you get used to doing this hairstyle, it is super easy and doesn't take much effort, honestly. So you could really just leave it like that, but I'm just going to run my fingers through to get any tangles out. I'm going to take my curling iron or my curling wand, and I'm just going to make sure it's wrapped flat on here. I'll leave it for a few seconds, not too long. Stretch out the curl a little bit. That way it is somewhat of a uniformed curl. And that's basically it. Alrighty guys, that is basically all for the hairstyle. It looks super cute, looks nice in pictures. I always recommend doing a little face frame just so it frames your face a little bit and you're not super slicked back, unless that's what you want. But I feel like a little, either one on both sides, one off to the side, looks cute. I always go back and forth. Like this last time that I did this hairstyle, I did 2 strands on the side, and then I just went to a wedding, so I did this hairstyle again, and then I did one to the side like this, just so I switch it up here and there when I take pictures and stuff. But yeah, it is super easy. If you haven't tried a hairstyle like this and you want to change it up, I recommend you guys try it out. Do it on a day when you're not going anywhere or you're about to wash your hair. That's always a perfect time to basically try new things and mess with your hair because you're gonna wash it anyways. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys try it out or whatever the case may be. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was more of a girly video, but my channel's kind of just whatever I feel like posting or whatever I like to do. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you guys liked it, and make sure to subscribe. That way you can see when I post another video, which will be next Tuesday. So see you guys then. Bye.